What is going on, my tacticians? And here we are back to a I believe long dead series. I thought it was long dead, but you know what? I decided to bring it back just for old time's sake, and just because I have to, I have to look at these battles. People have been submitting battles to me, battle codes, and they've been asking me to, comment on these, see how they can improve their strategies, tactics, etc. So, let's get into this battle between Sun and Kattra, aka Shadow Mewtwo from my Discord server. So, there'll be, I think I'll put a link into the description in the Discord server for a bit. But in any case, let's get on with this battle. Alright, so you're starting us off with a Charizard into a Lucario. So, that's a pretty decent, start up there. There's nothing really to comment on this particular battle. When you're going into your Mega Charizard Y, you're setting up your Sunlight, you're getting ready to, sweep through, you're gonna deal with this Lucario. Lucario doesn't exactly have a lot to do, or a lot of capabilities against Charizard, especially Charizard. So this, all in all, this is a pretty good setup you have right here. You set up your Sunlight, so you're gonna go into your Flamethrower. The one thing though I could comment on, at least for your opponent, is at least detect or protect the first turn, just to see what your opponent is going to do in the opening stage. Don't just throw your Mega out there, Mega Evolve, and just sacrifice it. That's not how you want to go into the battle. Now, here, I can definitely see you making a bit of a blunder here. Charizard Y is not exactly the fastest Pokemon out there, especially in Mega form. I don't think even Mega Charizard gains any speed, so losing your Mega to a Z is not the best you could have done. You probably could have swapped into something else. That's one thing I can definitely suggest. If you know your opponent, if you don't know if you can outspeed your opponent, one thing, just swap out. Go into a Pokemon that you know that can at least take the hit, or at the very least you're willing to sacrifice to get rid of the Z-move, because that just is a huge waste on your part. And going into the Arbok, I'm surprised your Arbok was able to survive this. Not a lot of poison types can endure a psychic attack from an Alolan Raichu, so that is impressive that you managed to do that. Also, no priority move, no Sucker Punch on the Arbok. I actually don't know if you can actually get Sucker Punch, but I think maybe you can get Faint, or maybe that's Survivor. I get it. Either way, probably could have gone with the if you could have gotten Sucker Punch, probably could have gone with the Sucker Punch. Okay, your opponent swaps out into the Greninja, and you still have your. I actually forget what this Pokemon is called. Oh my god. Incineroar, there we go. I can't believe I'm forgetting these things. So going for the Leech Lights there, that was a good pick. That was a really, really good pick. That was a really good move on your part. Going in for the Leech Lights into that was a really good move on your part. Now, here you probably didn't need to swap out. So, I was going to say you could have swapped out, but then I remember that Water Shuriken is not exactly the heaviest hitting move, especially against bulky physical types like, say, Incineroar. So going for the Leech Life here, again, another good move, it's a nice move to have to deal with those pesky dark types. So, that was pretty risky there by your opponent to just take that. Now, out comes this Pokemon, the Luxray. So, Luxray is going to go for the Thunder Fang. That is a very bulky Incineroar. The fact that you managed to survive that, going for the Flare Blitz here, this was definitely the only move you could have pulled off here in this kind of situation. If you're gonna take the risk, if you know you're gonna faint, at least try to go out with a bang. And this time you did go out with a bang. You took the opponent's Pokemon with you, so that was a pretty good move on your part. Now out comes the Persian, Alolan Persian to be precise. And you're sending in your Naganadel, that Nagandel. I just want to call it Gandalf for some reason. Physical Nagandel, not the best you could do. I mean, don't get me wrong, Pimp Knight pulled it off, but, he also set it up to sweep. He set it up specifically to sweep, so that was not the best. I don't know why you have a physical Nagandel? Why did you have a physical Nagandel? Okay, now I'm confused. Why are you using a mixed attacking Nagandel? It's got really poor physical attack. It's a special attacking sweeper. Alright, in any case, you got your speed set going on. You're going on pretty well here. So now out comes the Talonflame. So going for the Sludge Bomb here, probably not the best move. I think maybe you could have gone for something else, like say a Dragon Pulse or something like that. But you got the poison off. Now your opponent is poisoned. He can't use his Gale Wings if he had Gale Wings. So another Sludge Bomb, yeah, another Sludge Bomb is definitely going to go well and finish off the Talonflame. That's a good move there. I don't have a lot to say about this. I honestly do not have a lot to say about this team you've got going on here. It's good, it's effective. There's not much else to say. And now you're gonna finish off your opponent with the Sludge Bomb. So Nagandel for the win. So congratulations. Congratulations, Shadow Mewtwo. I don't know why you needed me to comment or see what you can do to improve. I mean, you pretty much did well. Pretty much just covered all your bases. So, let's see. The one thing I can definitely talk about, at least for your team, is maybe swap out the Pikachu unless you're doing something with the Pikachu. I mean, it's just me. I don't like using Pikachu. It doesn't have the bulk, it doesn't have the firepower to deal with a lot of threats outside of, you know, holding a life or not a life orb, a light orb, or going for one of its signature Z moves. So that's what I'm gonna suggest. Get rid of the Pikachu, unless you're going for Fake Out. Unless you're gonna go for a Fake Out Pokemon, something like that. Definitely swap into a Fake Out Pokemon. That would be one way you could improve your team. Also, learning to swap out your Pokemon when necessary. Like, that is one thing I can definitely talk about. That is one thing I can talk about. And let me actually turn the sound off there, just in case people were hearing that. But one thing you can definitely do is learning to swap your Pokemon out just in case. You don't need to take the risk with your Pokemon. If you can save your Pokemon, if you're willing to either take a hit, especially for your Mega, you didn't need to lose your Mega Charizard in the first stage. You did not need to lose your Mega Charizard there against the Alolan Pikachu. You could have swapped out into something like, say, your Pikachu. Yeah, you could have swapped into your Pikachu and taken that electrical hit you know was going to come. And maybe you lose your Pikachu in the next turn, but at least you get to keep your Mega Charizard, and you could have gone into your Arbok then. That's one thing I'm going to suggest. Learning to swap your Pokemon out. If you know you can survive a hit with another Pokemon, or at the very least, you are willing to take a loss, but to keep your Mega in reserve for later on down the line, then is a good chance that is when you want to swap your Pokemon out. Sometimes you have to take a hit, sometimes you have to take the risk, and sometimes you just gotta let a Pokemon go, let it go. No, I'm not gonna torture there. But that is one thing I'm going to suggest. So, in any case, I hope you guys enjoyed this little tactical analysis. And thank you once again, Kirby, for the cute little Reshiram drawing of me you did there. Thank you very much. But in any case, I will see you tacticians next time. Bye-bye.
I'm taking in what I can get, but I can't find the answers yet. Head in the water, slow my mind. I hold my breath until I'm found.